as college expenses continue to rise higher and higher, it's becoming less necessary to get a high-paying job. This is especially the case in the public sector with the federal government. A lot of these jobs, they can pay over $100,000 a year. But where are they? And are you even qualified? Number 6 is a special assistant at the Department of Justice with a salary range of $139,000 to $181,000 a year. This is at the GS-14 level, and there's absolutely no educational requirement. Federal government jobs are usually on the GS pay band. This band goes from GS1 to GS15, and there are 10 steps for each grade. Many people are under the impression that you need a bachelor's degree or even a master's degree to get a high GS grade. And then there's other people that jump up and down and say you have to have some sort of government experience. You can't come in as a GS14. That's not true either. What it comes down to is your experience, your location, and your job series. You can come out of the private sector, out of the military, and step right into a GS-14. In some cases, you could do it with a GS-15. So what do you need for this specific job? You need 1 year of experience preparing speeches, policy formulation, researching reports, and completing analytical studies. This job is open to the public. So if you have that 1 year of experience and you are a US citizen, there's nothing stopping you from applying to this job. Now, this is in DC. What if you're not in DC? Let's say you're sitting there in Ohio. Well, this job offers relocation expense reimbursement for the right candidate. What that means is you're paying out of pocket now, but later the government's going to reimburse you. Okay, number 5 is management and program analyst at the IRS with a salary range of $72,000 to $167,000 a year. This is at the GS11 to GS13 grade level. No educational requirement. The IRS has been hiring a lot this year. It's like a hiring surge. This position here is a 12-month roster position. This is great for you. You apply one time. Here today, apply once, and you will be considered multiple times. They might look at your resume next month, the month after that, 3 months from now. They'll keep looking at your resume because this job announcement is designed to hire multiple people throughout a time span of 1 year. And look at the locations. There's 17 different locations here. So what do you need to be qualified for this one? You need experience in preparing evaluations for a project, ability to gather, assemble, and analyze facts, and draft reports and guidelines. But it's not enough just to slap it on there. You need to add the details. You need to have achievements that are strong that mention exactly how you've done it. So many people are missing the details when it comes to their federal resume. If you want a federal resume example, if you want to know exactly how to structure and format your resume to get better results, pick up a copy of this book right here, link in the description below. This is Government Job Secrets. This has an example resume. This shows you exactly what you need to do step by step in order to increase your referrals, interviews, and job offers. Okay, number 4 is a budget analyst in the Department of Transportation with a salary range of $72,000 to $186,000 a year. This is at the GS11 to GS14 grade level. No educational requirement. That's right, a budget position, a finance type job. No degree requirement. You don't need a degree in finance. You don't need a CPA. None of that. You could have a GED. You just need to have the experience. What experience? Well, you need experience with the budget process, budget formulation, and communicating with stakeholders. This one job announcement is hiring at over 60 locations across the country. It has that relocation reimbursement in there. No drug test, no security clearance, and it's a direct hire position. This means you don't have to compete against veterans' preference. You're being evaluated on your own merit. There's no +5, +10, there's none of that. Okay, number 3 is a training specialist in the Department of Defense with a salary range of $117,000 to $153,000 a year. This is at the GS13 grade. There are 2 vacancies they want to hire for. This is an instructor position for the Office of Inspector General. It doesn't say exactly what you will be teaching or instructing, but they want somebody who has the experience of standing up there in an audience and delivering a block of instruction or creating courseware material. Somebody who's been in the educational system, whether it was in the military or it was at the school system or the private school, doesn't really matter. You basically need experience with the process of inspections, instructional design and delivery techniques, reviewing, training, or course materials, and it also explains exactly where you could have earned that experience. I want you to take a look at this right here. This says only the first 5 pages of your resume will be reviewed. This is a big one because if you have 7, 8, 9, 10 pages in your resume and the specialized experience that you have, it's on page 8 or 9, they're not reviewing that. They're not looking at that. So you got to make your resume smaller. This is something we've been seeing a lot with DOD and some of the other agencies. They're limiting it to 5 pages. Why? Because they don't have the time to read a novel. They don't have time to read a 15-page resume. Number 2 is general business and industry in the Department of Energy with a salary range of $59,000 to $191,000 a year. This is at the GS9 to GS15 grade. This is a business job, requires no business degree. And on top of that, it's 100% remote work. So it can be done anywhere in the country. Now it's more competitive because of that, but you can still try. The experience you would need is evaluating documentation, participating in program planning, and business process improvement and writing presentations. People waste so much time looking at a job announcement, wondering in their head, am I eligible for that? Am I qualified for that? Maybe I need to get an MBA. You don't need an MBA. Maybe I need a special certification. You don't need that either. You just need the experience and you need to show it on your resume. Number 1 is a digital media administrator in the Department of State with a salary range of $117,000 to $153,000 a year. This is at the GS13 grade, no educational requirement. The Department of State has been hiring a lot this year. It's mainly in the Foreign Service. This one is in the Bureau of Global Public Affairs. Still has a secret clearance, like most State Department jobs, but this is the experience you would need. 1 year of experience working to develop digital events or products for foreign audiences. Experience operating audio-visual studio equipment and software, providing recommendations on online communication technology. Every single job that I mentioned was in a different job series within the federal government. The federal government has over 300 different job series. What's important to you is to understand where your experience lines up so you can match it with a job series, so you can start creating the base of your resume and start applying to different job announcements. Now, you probably have to modify it somewhat for certain job announcements, but if you create it based off a job series, the modifications are going to be a lot less than if you don't do that. So you can figure this out by opening up the OPM Job Series Handbook, 2018 edition. Look through there. Hit Control F, search for some of the keywords that you have done in your past that matches your experience. You'll be able to find job series that you're more competitive for. If you are still considering a federal government job, you could have a lot of questions on your mind about the federal hiring process, about USAJobs.gov, about the different hiring paths. I did a live stream recently, answered over a dozen questions. A lot of these questions, they could be on your mind. If you're interested in that, I want you to watch this video next. If you would like to see more videos like this, please click like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.